Hello everyone, welcome to the broadcast for today. It's nighttime now. It's very different, isn't it? It's very different. How are you all doing today? Great to have you here. Sure you noticed that it is a bit different. Yes. Different things are happening. Different things are happening, absolutely. So I want to say hello to Real Entertainment. How are you doing today? DC, how are you doing? Great to have you here. Great to have both of you here. We're doing things very differently now. Very different. I'll talk a bit about that. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do some interesting new things tonight. So who knows how long I will go for? Hour, 2 hours, who knows? However it is that it's fun for us, because there's been a lot of changes. But yeah. Doing lives at night. Yeah, the Sundays will, well, we will talk about that soon. We'll talk about that soon. Let's just do some beginning conversations here. Now I'm curious also, this is a new feature on YouTube. It has like a vertical video now. So I guess if you're watching on mobile, like you see me like in like the shorts feed, maybe, possibly. I don't know how that works at all, but yes, if that is the case, if I am appearing in there, then wonderful. Otherwise, who knows? I see, I always watch your reels. They help me. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, DC. I greatly appreciate that. Even though it is nighttime here. What time is it for everyone else? What time is it? I wanted to fix my camera here. There we go. Let me just move this a little bit more. Because for me here, it is 9:08 p.m. I'm gonna need to get gloves on. I am extremely cold. I really am extremely cold. Hopefully you can hear me. You hear me just fine. Okay, there. We still have our mice. We still have our mice here. Mice do not disappear despite the stream time changing. That's right. That's right. The mice stay up late. So yeah, we're here on a Saturday night instead of Sunday. 8 p.m. Yeah, okay. 8 p.m. for you, DC. So you're an hour behind me. Okay. Yeah, I'm in Eastern time, so I'm over on East Coast. Yeah, we'll have to see how long that we end up going for. It's going to be fun. I came up with so many different ideas of various things we can do and things we can talk about as well. I mean, I do want to talk about some of these changes first. You know, what's going on and everything, but yeah. Yes. We'll get our amazing mice here to actually watch us. There we go. How cute. How cute are they? Can't forget about this mouse also. So I'm curious if Sunday at like 5 p.m. when I would do the streams. Let's just start trying to pinpoint when I actually started the streams. It's been a long time. It's been a very long time since I started these streams. I'm going to take a quick look. Because I've been doing streams for a very long time. Extremely long. I don't remember when my first one was. I think I deleted a lot of the early streams. But I definitely want to say, I think the very first time that I ever did a stream was 2017, it looks like. There were several in 2017. Maybe I did a few before that. So I have been doing live streams for an extremely long time. And I then started doing them weekly. It looks like maybe 2019? 2019 or so, okay. Let's just say 2019 is when I started actually doing them weekly. A very, very long time ago. Gosh, can you believe it? Who's been here for a lot of that time? Who has? It's crazy. It's crazy. It really is. Let's see, it's cold here and we have a cold front here. Yeah, it's just very, very cold here as well. Very, very cold here. It is. Yeah, looks like it's going down to 20s tonight. So that is not fun. That is not fun. I'm already pretty cold as it is. I really am. Really, really, really cold. Right now it's in the 30s, but it's going to be going down even more. So I don't like the cold. It's just too cold for me. My hands are freezing. My hands are freezing cold. So it's very, very hard. And as you can see, this is all open. You know what I probably should do instead? I should probably put on these gloves instead. Look at this. I'm inside the house. And I need gloves on to keep me warm. It's like I live in an igloo. It really is. It's like I live in an igloo. There it is. Boys and lady losers. This lady loser. She just wants to say that she's lying about the temperature because do you see the water behind her that I'm disappearing into? Yeah, it's not frozen or anything, so that's how you can tell she's lying. That's right. I'll just put them aside. Here, you know what we have to do? Christmas is approaching here. Christmas is approaching. You know what we have to do? Let's see. Well, I don't want something too crazy. I don't want something too crazy. Let's just find something nice here. Let's say I have a heater on and under my blanket. Well, I'm glad you can be nice and cozy. Nice and cozy. Okay. I'm gonna try to make this a bit more festive for the holidays coming up. Who celebrates Christmas? Who celebrates Christmas? We celebrate Christmas. It's really not one of my favorite holidays, but it's probably my least favorite holiday, to be completely honest with you, but you know. Christmas. Ah, there's just so many amazing ones. Amazing Christmas images. Let's do this. There we go. Now we have a bit of a Christmassy background. Okay? Just to make it a bit more like Christmas, okay? You love Christmas? What do you do for Christmas, do you see? What sort of interesting, fun things do you do? Anyway, I gotta get the gloves back on. Who's liking this background? I like this background. I really do. It's Christmassy. We got the tree up, we got the windows, it's dark. Does it actually look like I'm there? Does it actually look like I have the Christmassy background? Maybe. It kind of does, doesn't it? It kind of does. Anyway. I can't really use my mouse with the gloves on, so I'm probably gonna have to take them off. I may have to get my heater on as well. It's just so cold. It's just so cold. But yeah, for us, for Christmas time, we do. The family is so large now, so yeah. It's just a bit so overwhelming at times. It really is. So many people, so many things, so much commotion. So it gets a bit overwhelming at times. It really does. So for me, once Halloween is over, I'm like, oh, until April. Guess until about April. I love to make Chex Mix homemade. Oh, how do you make it homemade? How do you make it homemade? Really curious about that. I don't know how you would make it homemade, but homemade. We like to make it rat-made. Boy, you almost stopped the stream by clicking on the mouse. Did you, right? Those silly mice, I tell you. Anyway. You know, we just saw hearts. Oh, you did boys here. Let's get the hearts on. Let's get the hearts on. Does it work? I don't have... It can't see the heart. It can't see the heart because of my gloves. Ooh. Here we go. They love to eat them. They love to eat them. Anyway, in a moment here, I'm going to start discussing why things are changing here. Really, I was really hoping we would have a bit more of an audience here to really like our loyal audience. But then again, because I changed everything here, it's like, yeah, I really can't expect too much, right? So yeah. But yeah, I just want to inform people of what's going to be happening going forward here. Because yeah, there's been a lot of changes. So. And it's not necessarily, I mean, I'm always optimistic, so we will be optimistic about it, but we also have to be realistic. We really do. So we just decorated the tree, as you can see. Tree's very, very nice. You know what, folks? I'm gonna have to get my heater on. It is just so... My hands are just absolutely freezing. So just give me just a moment, please, okay? I gotta get the heater on. I'm back. Hopefully you didn't miss me in that short period of time. Getting the heater on as we speak. And then I'll be able to warm up a bit. You know what else really helps me warm up? So, my limbs, my hands, my feet, they get so cold. I like to put, especially my feet, my hands get very cold as well, but my feet are even colder. Sometimes twice a day, definitely before I go to bed, I will fill up a little tub of hot water, and I'll put my feet in the hot water, and it just keep them nice and warm. Did someone just say feet? Yes. So I do that, and it really warms up my entire body. And we're talking like really hot water. It's like, oh, yes. Like burns. Like it just burns. So I absolutely love that. I love the hot burn on my cold feet, and it's like, oh, it's so good. Because you know what it reminds me of? Even in summertime, my feet get extremely cold. I lay out in the sun in the afternoon in summertime. And I'll put my socks directly in the sunlight, so they are like piping hot. After I'm done laying in the sun, I get my socks on and they're like burning my feet, and it's like, oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. So, it's excellent. It's excellent. So, once my hands get a little bit warmer here, there's so many ways to make it. Oh, okay. I just recently I made this spicy curry dish today. No, not today. Last week, sorry. Last week, earlier in the week, I made a spicy Indian curry dish. And I also made pizza. Oh man, the pizza was absolutely amazing. I don't have any photos for you, sorry. I don't. But yeah, the pizza was absolutely incredible, absolutely amazing. It really was. And then I'll soon be making enchiladas. So that's also very, very good. Enchiladas. In addition to this other dish, it's like a Mexi dip type of dish. So you use like sour cream and cream cheese and like meat and cheese and lettuce and a whole bunch of stuff. So, am I vegan? Here we go. Here's a good question. I was vegan for many years, up until I don't know when. I don't know when. A few years back. I'm not even vegetarian anymore. So, I'm not vegan or vegetarian. So, Used to be. So I would say I am mostly vegetarian. Mostly. But I'm really not. I'm really not. I'd say mostly pescatarian is what I am, but I do have other types of meat products as well, occasionally. It depends on what it is. It really does. It really depends. So, yeah. Oh, you just turned vegan, DC. Wonderful. Well, congratulations. So, how hard is that for you? Was it a slow transition like it was with me? Like, with me, it was a very slow, gradual transition to become vegan. It really was. It took many, many years from me being very unhealthy diet to eating more healthy to becoming pescatarian and then vegetarian and then eventually vegan and then slowly unwinding that all. So, but I've never been like a huge meat eater as it was, to be honest. Like I've never eaten like a steak. You know, it's like doesn't really interest me. It's like whenever I eat any sort of meat, it's like it has to be in something or like around something else. It's like I just don't like to eat it just by itself. Unless it's like salmon. Salmon is fine, but I still eat that with something else, but that's different than the other things that I end up eating. So yeah, it is very, very different. Very, very different from, like, I wouldn't eat a steak. I wouldn't eat like a hamburger without anything else. I had hot dogs recently, and hot dogs are like, it's like not really a healthy food, but I eat it with stuff. It's not like I'm eating it by itself, and it's not. I'm very careful. It's like grass-fed beef 100% beef hot dog. So I don't really do pork. I don't really do pork. I don't really do a chicken for the most part. Bird. Yeah, just mostly salmon and beef, usually, some of it. So that's basically it. Yeah. Well, how are you going to curb your chicken appetite? If you love chicken and you want to be vegan, can't really replace that. I mean, you can have like chicken-based things, but I guess I can just briefly talk about that for a moment. When it comes to like vegan and everything, but like when I was vegan, it's like soy products, wheat gluten. I avoid that now. I really do. It's like I don't soy. Most soy I usually avoid. So same with wheat gluten. I avoid most of those. So pea protein is fine. So but you got to be very careful because like beyond like the Beyond Meat products, they are pea protein and they're non-GMO. So those are okay. However, if you see the other one, I forget what the Impossible meat stuff, you want to avoid that one at all costs because that one is genetically modified soy. So, would like to say hello to Lindsay. How are you doing, Lindsay? I'll get to your question in just a moment, and then I want to talk about why things are changing here. It's Christmas. That's why things are changing, obviously. No, it's actually much more deeper than that. I guarantee you. See, how do you still stay so nice despite being bullied and dealing with people's cruelty? Do you have many friends? So this is, this is getting right into it, isn't it? It's really getting right into it. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that really hits it hard, doesn't it? That really hits it hard. I will discuss that in a moment, Lindsay. So please be sure to stick around, because I guess some of the things that I'm going to say are going to show what that answer is. Okay. Hello, Vampire Toothbrush. Oh my gosh, Vampire Toothbrush. How are you? How are you today, Vampire Toothbrush? That's such an interesting username. Let's say you get plant-based chicken at Walmart, Buffalo. Okay, hopefully you enjoy it. It is cold. It is very, very cold. Is this your last stream? I've been watching your videos for a long time. That is what we will be debating here. That's what we will be debating here. If this is the last one or the beginning of something amazing and something good. Because right now, I would say, okay, let's actually just start diving into this now, okay? Right now, everything in my life is in limbo mode. It really is. That's the best way I can describe it. It's in limbo. Oh man. Where do I even begin with this? Where do I even talk about this? I guess I can really begin with, let's just start talking about why some of the streams that I've been doing have changed a little bit here. So maybe if you've been watching my videos this year, we're talking about just this year, from the beginning of this year up until now, you've probably noticed a whole lot of changes. If you've been watching me consistently, watching my live streams, watching my shorts, watching my videos, the things that I've been talking about, the things that I've been doing, I'm sure you've noticed a lot of changes. And a lot of those changes have been very positive changes, okay? Very, very amazing changes. I'd like to say hello to Abominable Dr. P. It's the first time I've seen you live. Wow. I've been streaming, we just looked it up, like 2017. I've been doing weekly streams since 2019. But what country are you in? Because I would normally do the live streams Sunday evening at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So depending on what time zone you're in, it could be in the middle of the night. But yeah, I've been doing live streams for a very, very, very long time. But as you can see, it's different now. I'm doing it Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know what time it is for you, but yes. But I notified everyone my last stream. Oh, see, it's like 4:28 a.m. Okay, so yeah, if I go 9, you're 7 hours ahead of me. So it would be midnight. It would be Monday morning midnight for you whenever I did the prior live streams. So your videos are positive. Well, thank you. I very much appreciate that. Yeah. If you stop lives, are you still making reels and shorts? So yeah, that's actually 6 p.m. for you. Okay, so you're in California, I suppose. Okay. So, yeah. If you've been watching my videos, my live streams, my shorts this year has been the absolute craziest year of my entire life. Okay. I have talked about some of these experiences here. I've talked about it elsewhere. I have just... Crazy does not necessarily mean bad, okay? It really doesn't, because I can say without a doubt, this year, basically the very first week of the year, something major happened in my life. Losing something very, very important to me over many, many years. And you feel really bad about that. And then something amazing came after that, like literally within a month after that, something just that I cannot explain. I try to explain it. I try to understand it. I really try to comprehend what is going on. And there was many ups and downs, but mostly, just absolutely incredible, absolutely amazing. You know what? It would probably be better if I draw a chart. If I show you an actual illustration of how things are going here. So I'm just going to try to come up with something here, because I think it'll be pretty interesting to see, right? Just to have a visual representation so that I can really get my point across as to what is going on here, Because yes, this year has been absolutely phenomenal for me. But it's also been the absolute most challenging year I've ever gone through recently. Maybe you've noticed since September, but definitely October and November, things began to change. You may have noticed, like perhaps with the way that I'm presenting, the things that I'm talking about, or other various things that is going on in my life. I remember someone saying, it's like, wow, you just seem so much happier in your videos now. This was prior to September. And it's like, yeah, because it was like there were so many amazing things, so many positive things. But then come, September or so, and it's like, wow. So what I'm going to do, let's just do like a visual representation. Just so we can try to see what is going on here, okay? Let's see here. Let's see if I can make this a visual representation. Okay. I'm going to try to draw it within here, okay? Here's my little canvas. There we go. It looks very, very nice, right? It looks very, very nice. You were super vague. I know I am vague. I will discuss things in more detail momentarily. I just want to have a representation of things hang on a minute here. A representation of things going on here. So, if you're viewing me on the mobile thing, maybe you can't see this all the way. Maybe you have to flip your phone, possibly, because I know that YouTube is doing it. YouTube also has like the horizontal view. So if you can only see like this part of me and not all of this out here, then you won't see this full image. Okay. So let's just talk about this. So as you can see, I have the dates here: 2012, 2020, 2025, etc., etc. So why don't we now, let's get a nice green color in here, and let's start drawing a chart here. So this will be like a chart of my overall mood, or my overall just positive thing, or just my overall life in general here. Okay, so 2012, we're talking like around the time that I started making videos here. So, nope, I didn't want that color. I said green. I said green. There we go. Okay. So, you know, it was like, it was pretty bad and everything. Actually, wait, this actually started like right about here. Okay, there we go. You know, just kind of going up a little bit, sideways. 2020 comes around. You know, I'm getting better and better here. Things are going really good. 2020, you know, everyone has a bad time. Things go down a bit. But then, you know, oh, okay, things are getting better now. And then it's just, you know, kind of stagnant here in kind of the middle. 2025 happens. A little bit of a dip, and then boom, off the charts, okay? Off the charts. Really high up. And then now, as of a few months ago, boom, off the charts. Off the charts. So what is going on, you say? What is going on, you say? Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? It really is. Off the chart. So it's like, I could go back further. It's like that red line that has collapsed everything. I feel as though it has taken away everything over the past like 20 years in just like a few short months. It's like a skyrocket up at the beginning of the year, and then just everything wiped out and completely taken away. I'm not going to I really am not going to talk about the specifics of it, but there's just so many realizations. So many things. To the point where it's like, it's like a complete collapse of everything that I thought to be true and real. How can I put this? I started making videos here in 2013. And my purpose in life was always to help other people. That was what I felt. And that's what sparked my interest. To help other people deal with the same problems I was dealing with at the time. And if you're not aware, you know, I've gone through such horrible things in my own life. Very traumatic things, very bad things, that probably most people, they would not be here today. But I went through all that, and I overcame a lot of those challenges, which is why you see that chart going up, and going up. Because it's like, yeah, I was improving, things were getting better, but I realized in the back of my mind, you know, nothing was ever going to be perfect. You know, when you're diagnosed with mental problems, mental illness and everything. So I was diagnosed with, you know, PTSD, schizoaffective disorder, or schizotypal personality disorder. So that comes with all sorts of problems, okay? But, you know, I'd managed it very well up to this point. But then, okay, so imagine now. So my whole purpose in life, living my purpose, helping other people, learning about myself, learning ways of coping with these problems, learning. And then when these things happened a few months ago, that just completely just ripped up everything, I realized, it made me realize, this strong person that I had built myself up to be, that I thought I was, I'm not really a strong person. Because I just couldn't deal with all those things. It's very, it's very hard to even say that. But yes, it's just like, it made me feel as though all of the things that I had put out there, all of the positive words that I had put out there and the positive intention that I had, it just feels as though, was it truly genuine? Was it truly real? It's like, I said all these things, yet here I am, faced with these challenges, and I can't even do it. So that's when just everything just kind of revealed themselves to me, and it showed me. It's like I was not as strong as I thought that I was, despite the fact that it's like, oh, I can deal with all these sort of things. But when these situations came up, I realized like I was not prepared for them, that I just could not comprehend them. Let me have a moment here. Let me have a moment so I can regain my ability to speak. It's very, very hard. Okay. It felt as though some of the videos that I had made talking about dealing with this sort of problem that I used in my life to help me. Perhaps it was a very wrong path. Perhaps it was something that it looked like it was helping. And I put that information out there. So many people say, wow, this is so helpful. But maybe deep down it was actually causing more harm than it was actually helping. I'm not talking about all the information that I've put out. I'm really not. I'm just talking about certain specific things. And we're not going to go into detail as to what, specific videos, because it's like I could just comb through them. Okay, this one. I don't need to do with that. But it's like I felt as though my whole purpose was to help other people, and then it felt as though, no, like that's what my purpose is. But I felt as though I've been doing it in such a wrong way that I thought was the right way. I thought it was good. I thought I was making a difference, and I think I have made a difference, but what if some of the information that I've put out there has been so detrimental to people that it has led them down a very bad path or not been able to help them? Because of these certain situations that made me realize it's like, if I can't deal with these problems or these realizations that I've had, to the point where literally I told you about, the diagnosis, PTSD, schizoaffective disorder. If you're not familiar with the second term, I'm sure most people are familiar with PTSD. So that was actually probably my biggest problem back in the day when I first started going to a therapist in 2012 or so. When I first started going to a therapist, we tackled the PTSD. That was the biggest thing because of my childhood, because of my upbringing, all that sort of stuff. Okay? So that was the biggest thing back then. The other condition, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a combination of a mood disorder and schizophrenia. So I'm sure most people are familiar with like bipolar or depression symptoms. Okay? That's one aspect of it. And the other aspect is schizophrenia symptoms, which most people are probably familiar with that, where you have delusions, you have hallucinations, you're believing things that are not real. You have psychosis, and it's like you believe very strange things. And I had dealt with that a long time ago as well. And just being able to lift myself up allowed me to really get a lot of those symptoms under control, because it's like I feel as though I'm living my purpose now. I'm doing what I was meant to do. But then when that realization came in, it's like, maybe this is not the right path. Maybe the things that I'm doing are just not good. Then really, as I showed that chart earlier, that chart going up and then recently just wiped it all out. It's all those symptoms not so much of the PTSD. A little bit initially, but more of the psychosis, the delusions, the hallucinations, all that came back to such a strong degree, so bad, that it was like, I don't know what is real and what isn't anymore. And mind you, this was the worst time was probably in November was the absolute worst month. Probably like towards the end of October into November. Absolutely horrible. To the point where it's like, just having these beliefs and these ideas, seeing people and thinking it's like, I'm just driving. Okay, I'm just driving my car, and it's like every single person is just like watching, staring, coming after me, following me, tracking everything that I do. But it goes far beyond that, obviously. To just up to like a few days ago, a week ago or so, just, these various types of very, very, just dark, negative thoughts of just things going through my mind or things happening around me. And I'm just like, what happened? That's what I'm really trying to wonder here. Because I'm still making videos here. And it just felt as though I'm making the videos about certain topics that I know relate to me. It's like, what was like some of the more recent ones? Let's see. What were some of the more recent videos here? Because they are very, very, very helpful too. It's like, what happens when you hold in your emotions? Okay, so prior to that, it's like, does having a purpose bring happiness? Just as I was recording that, it's like I knew. It's like, yes, absolutely. When you have a purpose, that brings you happiness in your life. But it felt as though my purpose had been completely just wiped out. It's like, what is it? What is it? I don't know. So, yeah, it's been an absolutely wild year. Just up, and then just have everything, just questioning everything going on in my own life. Where it's like, I don't really know anymore. So that's kind of why I titled the stream what I did today. Is this the beginning of a new path and a new way of perceiving life, perceiving the way that I'm doing things? Or, I mean, it could be kind of both, like the end, so to speak, the end of something old that no longer serves me. Since still, like right now, I still have some level of hope and optimism about stuff. I really do. But yeah, there are times that it's like, what do? I don't know what to do. And it's like you lose all hope, you lose all motivation for anything. So, it's been very, very rough, absolutely. It's like, I never thought that I would have to even go back to a therapist. Like, I thought I was very, very good. I stopped going to a therapist 2016 or so. I'd been good. But all of this had made me go back. Not to a good one. I'm going to switch to a different therapist, but it's like, one that just doesn't understand anything. But it's like, it's like, I don't know. And it's interesting. Because maybe there are other people dealing with this sort of thing as well. Someone had told me, I'm like, I've read these things, I've heard these things. Heard this thing about like ego death. Okay, I looked up that is basically when your ego dies. That's it's like, okay, maybe that's what it is. But then I heard a friend mention to me another term, dark night of the soul. And so I kind of like, looked into that, and it's like, I mean, that is very fitting. That's so fitting to my circumstances of what is going on here. But then I'm like wondering, it's like, why did this happen? It's like, what happened here that just like destroyed everything? So let me read over some of your comments. I am neglecting you, and I do not mean to. I really don't mean to, but I was trying to hold in from like just all the crying and all the tears coming out and everything, but anyway, you're brave for saying it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think everything is true, and when it felt in real time, things can always change, and it's okay. Yes, just about going with that change. Let's see. Yeah, the negative voice. Yeah, negative voice. Olivia, I don't think I said hi to you, Olivia. Hello, Olivia. How are you doing? Hopefully I didn't bring down anyone's mood talking about all that, but it's like, it's like, how much can you sit here and like put on a smile? Oh, everything is fine. When it's like, no, it's not. It's not fine. It's not good. There's nothing good about this. Things are very, very bad. It's like, how much can you continue to deny? Let's see. Take time to heal and grow. Yeah, it is very, very hard to see that though. When you're in this type of mindset, it's like you see no way of positivity happening. You really don't. So, fortunately, I don't have any tears coming out. I've held it all in, I guess, and it has made my give me a headache. Give me a headache, mind you. Okay, so after all this, we're gonna have some fun after this. Okay. Even though it's all negative right now, we're going to have some fun after this. So I think we're going, it's almost an hour now. We may be going to 2 hours. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun stuff. But, oh my gosh. Yeah, I was literally almost crying just tremendously there. I was just like, oh my gosh. And I'm sure when I continue to read here, let's see, it's extreme internal self-doubt that took over your positive coping mechanism. So even just reading that, it's like, extremes of any kind should be challenged because life has gray areas. It's like a slippery slope fallacy. Yeah, so as I showed that chart earlier, as I showed that chart earlier, 2025, what is this year? It's crazy. Because it's like, some of the stuff I end up blaming myself for. Because it's like, why did I believe these things? When it's like so obvious now. Like I look back at some of the videos that I've made talking about certain topics, and I'm like, why did I believe that? And I felt as though it led me in a very dark and negative place. When at the time it seemed, okay, so it seemed very positive initially. For example, take this mouse, okay? Oh, I would like to say hello to Let 'em in. Is that you, Ryan? They don't show names on YouTube anymore. They just show the username. So I think that's you. Anyway, So imagine this cute little mouse, okay? It's like, oh, look, he looks so cute on the surface. And much like Ryan's name, let him in. Okay, look, you're going to let him in to your home. But deep down, he's evil. And he shows his true form, his true colors when you let him in. It's like the Trojan horse. You know, it's like, here's a nice Trojan horse for you. It's a gift. But what's inside? And that is how I felt. That the things that I believed, the things that I've put out there, has been all deception. Shown as something positive, but is actually something very negative. That is what I realized. And I'm like, everything has been ruined. Everything has been completely destroyed. It's like, what do I believe? If I was guiding my own life in this direction based on these foundations, these principles of belief system, if I believed these things and I followed them and I realized, oh, this has been leading me in a very dark, negative path. It's like, what do I do then? When everything that I had built was based on the foundation of my beliefs. It's crazy. Anyway, let me get to some of your questions, your comments here. If everything is all good or all bad, don't trust that feeling. It's inaccurate. Exactly. There's always a middle ground. Absolutely. This can also happen when your brain chemistry is off. Absolutely. It depends on, like, I'll just have random things happen for absolutely no reason. It's like, oh, I'll see that person. That person is coming to kill me. I better hide. You know, it's like, why do I think that? Why is that going through my mind? Nothing triggered that. I wasn't in a bad negative place emotionally or anything. It's just like, oh, there's that person. They're going to do that now. So it's made it extremely hard to even really do much of anything outside the home, because I have that extreme suspiciousness and paranoia. It's like, I never thought I would experience that again. I had dealt with that sort of crap over a decade ago. Okay? Dealing with the suspiciousness, dealing with, oh, someone's poisoning your food and whatever, all this sort of stuff. And it's like, here it comes again, different. It's not the same, but, you know, it's still kind of there to some degree. Just different. Okay. It will pass, but you have to take it day by day. Depressive episode where you think is extremes. Yeah, it's crazy. Ryan, yes, you are super late, huh? Well, we're also different on a different day. This is different. Because I realized doing the streams on Sunday at that time that I've been doing for so long, it's just, that's not going to be it anymore. That's done. Those Sunday broadcasts at the time talking about those things, that's not going to be happening in that way. So I just thought, you know, let's do something a bit more fun. Now, of course, our conversation has not been fun. It has not been. What's been fun about this? There's not been anything fun about our conversation so far. But, you know, maybe we will have some more fun soon. We will. Let's see, I've been feeling rather purposeless myself lately, looking for meaning. That really is the hardest thing. Because as I said, I recently made a video. And as I was making it, as I was recording it, I was like, I just felt those emotions. It's like, wow. It's like, does having a purpose bring happiness? And it does. I know that it does. But when you lose that purpose, when you feel as though the foundation of that purpose has been questioned, then it's like, what do you do? But I certainly do believe that your purpose makes you feel fulfilled in life. So when you lose it, it's like you don't have any drive or any purpose anymore. You got nothing to really live for. You know, it's like, what is motivating you? What is driving you? It's like you're just there. So you're going through some self-sabotage, though. Yes, you know, that's another realization that I've had. How it's been that's a hard one. That is a hard one. Oh, hold on. That is a very hard one. Because you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Let me try to get my composure back so I can speak. Or I can just keep my eyes closed. This may actually be a beneficial way. So self-sabotage. I just wanted to come from the truest part of myself. Okay. So self-sabotage, yes. You know, I've had that realization. It's like friendships, relationships, things that I am working on, things that I'm doing. It's like I have destroyed all of it. And I'm like, because things didn't go the way that I wanted them to be. Or they didn't go how I had hoped. So it's like, oh, it's not worth it. Even like me just stop suddenly doing the Sunday live stream that I did, like connecting. It's like, oh, it's not going the way that I wanted it to. So I'm just going to stop it altogether. It's like, why am I thinking so negatively about those things? So it's like, I can't think anything positively about that. It's like all negative. Friendships and relationships, just destroy all those. I didn't think I would be coming on here and feeling this way. I really didn't. This is like... But yeah, that's exactly what has happened. It's like, yeah, if I destroyed all of it, I have nothing. I got nothing else. What do I have? I got nothing. Not only do I not have it, nothing. I have no purpose anymore either. I got nothing. It's pretty bad. Okay. Just need some deep breaths. To let go of this negative feeling. To realize that I am aware of these negative things. that I have done, so that I can acknowledge them and can be stronger so it doesn't happen again, so I can prevent those negative things of destroying everything. And it wasn't even a conscious destruction. I had no idea. But then I realized the pattern is always the same. Imposter syndrome. I will look into that. I will see that. Let's see. Okay, imposter syndrome. It's a psychological pattern in which people doubt their accomplishments and have a persistent, often internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. I wouldn't say I necessarily have a fear of being exposed as a fraud, because people have already called me a fraud. Let's be fair now. People have already called me a fraud since the very beginning. Okay? But also, it's like, for a while there, I think I was just in denial. It's like, oh, you know, keep a smiling face. No one will ever know all of the problems that are going through your life, that are just destroying every aspect of it. No one will know. And then here it all comes out, right? It's going to come out eventually, right? It had to be said to some degree. See, I know exactly what you mean. Since Mom's passing, I've been sort of drifting off the lack of a better word. Drifting. But I'm okay with that for now. Yeah, it's just about finding meaning after something major happens. Because the thing is, it's like the events that happened to me this year. Okay, I've talked about, I'm not going to go into all the details of everything. As I've mentioned, this year has been, wow. So grateful. I'm so thankful. And then something unrelated to said events happened that triggered everything. And it's like, what is going on? And it's like everything just gone. It's like, here's everything, and then it's like gone. You know, it is very interesting, because it's like, we may go to therapists and psychologists, and, you know, I have a strong passion of helping other people as well. But it's like, even the people who help other people need help themselves. You know? It's very true. It's very true. Because it's like, maybe I didn't want to be seen as like, oh, everything is fine. People can continue to get positive advice from me. They can learn about all sorts of things. They can have, you know, just talk with me directly, or just watch my videos and be helped in some sort of way. You know? But it's like, wait a second. If I can't help myself, it's like, what inspiration is that? But then again, I now realize it's like, well, me coming out with this stuff is still an inspiration, because people would just hold it all in and not communicate about it. And here I am communicating about it, talking about it, that I never thought that I would do, right? Not specifics, not in detail, kind of just grazing the surface, because that is such a small part. But yeah. Anyway, I do thank all of you for listening to this. We're not done the stream yet. No, never want to move into more interesting stuff. You know, I don't want this stream to be overcome with just grief and negativity and bad feelings. We don't want that. We want to now, let's do, I don't know, something very interesting. So I was thinking, okay, let me see what we can do here. There's like a variety of different things. You know, we want to spicing it up. We don't just want to talk the entire time, right? I was thinking, it's like, okay, we're all sorts of messed up here. Maybe we need to take some mental health tests and figure out what is going on here. It'd be fun. It'd be funny. It'd be fun and funny as well at the same time. So let's say we're gonna do a variety of different things here. So let's just look up some of these tests, because honestly, people use some of these tests online to like self-diagnose themselves and everything. So I kind of want to see what it's going to be. It's gonna be interesting. Okay. Let me get this in order here. All right. Now I'm going to place this here. Let's see if we can do like a screen thing and just start taking some of these interesting tests. So this is on I will move myself here. How many people have taken like psychology tests like online? Like, oh, what sort of problems do I have? What sort of issues do I have? You know? That's this is on Psychology Today. Let's see what sort of problems that we have that we can self-diagnose ourselves with. And we can literally follow what it says online, which is something you should not do. Okay? I'm just saying it because some people do. Okay? Some people do. So let's see what sort of amazing tests that they have here. Look, they have a self-esteem test, your mental health today test, a depression test, passive-aggressive test. Look at all this stuff. And the sad thing is, people will use these tests as a way to like diagnose their self here. Okay? Look at all these tests here. So they have a bunch of different tests. So let's just like pick like a few here and just kind of, let's actually answer it correctly and see what it says here. Let's see, haven't taken tests. I prefer to read psychology books and understand the brain. That's a much more healthy way of doing it. But you have to factor in, people will use these, you know, psychology things. They will also do, what would they do? They will use, like, for their physical health as well. It's like, oh, I have a pain in my side. Do I have cancer? You know? I should also mention, if you are watching this on the YouTube Shorts thing, where you can only see, like, a part of the screen, yeah, this will probably look all messed up. I don't know how many people are watching on the Shorts, but you can watch on the full. Anyway, let's see what sort of interesting test that would apply to me. Oh, look, a polyamory test. Oh, relationship commitment test. I mean, there's like other stuff too. I'm looking for one if there is. It's gonna be interesting. Maybe you can learn some about me too. Ooh, a sarcasm test. Sexual openness test. Sexual satisfaction test. Honestly, those actually sound better. Let's actually do one of the recommended ones up top. Let's try your mental health today test. Okay. Let's give this a try. This will take 3 minutes according to this. I feel overwhelmed by my emotions. I will put this like there. The second one. I am unable to handle the level of stress I experience. Sometimes, yes, we'll put that there. I have physical symptoms of anxiety such as sweaty palms. First of all, right now, my hands are absolutely freezing cold. But recently I have had a lot of physical symptoms, so I will say agree with that one. I have strong relationship with people I care about. I'm going to say more on the negative side here. I've made very terrible decisions in my life. Ooh. This is an interesting one. This is an interesting one because have I made terrible decisions in my life? In some ways, I would say yes, but in some ways also no, because it's like I can learn stuff. But I'm going to say more towards like an agreement here. Let's say I am very self-critical. I would say let's put that there too. I cannot get beyond long past traumatic events or significant losses. I'm going to say more so. Let's put that at neutral. Let's put that at neutral. Because yeah, I don't know. There's plenty of things that I have overcome that I'm not really worried about, but there's also some other things it's like, I'm not sure. I'm able to identify and express my emotions. I'm doing my best, but I'm going to put that in the middle. It's a little bit hard still. I trust that if I confide in others, they will be supportive. I'm going to say disagree, absolutely. I engage in at least one behavior that significantly impairs my ability to function on a daily basis. No, I don't engage with behavior that impairs my ability to function. When I experience a strong emotion, I usually know why it's hitting me. I'm going to put that as neutral because sometimes I can identify it, other times I have no idea whatsoever. My mood is stable. Right now, disagree. I procrastinate and avoid dealing with important things in my life. Okay, so I'm not a procrastinator, but recently it has been a bit harder, so I'm going to put that at neutral. I often feel sad. I'm going to put a little bit more towards agree here. Look, you're learning more about me and what is going on here. Let's see. I wonder what the results are going to be. I have a sense of this is exactly what we were talking about today. It's exactly what we were talking about today. I have a sense of purpose in life, so I'm going to say disagree because I don't know right now. I am lonely. I would say agree. I am upset or angry easily. I don't really get angry easily. Upset, a little bit harder. I'll put that at agree. A little bit more than agree here. I've noticed changes in my appetite or sleep patterns relative to when I was at my best. Yes, agree. I'm able to bounce back from setbacks. Currently, not so much, but I'll put it like here. I manage my time and obligations. Most days, life feels under control. More so disagree. Let's see what our amazing results are. Let's see what our results are. Okay. My mental health today is 29 out of 100. Struggling somewhat, according to this here. So, it's almost borderline. If you get under 25, then it's struggling. Interesting. You are struggling, but change is possible. At least it gives you some helpful information after that. You know? Let's do another one interesting here. Let's do... Why don't we try a more spicy test? Let's try the one... Let's just completely do it in a different direction here. Okay, so what sort of test should we take here? Sexual openness test, a sexual satisfaction test, a sex personality test. Okay, that one actually sounds probably the best. Okay, sex personality test. Okay. We'll go in a completely different direction now, okay? So how spicy is this going to be, you wonder? We shall see. We shall see. I enjoy flirting with my partner when we are in public places. Well, first of all, okay, I'm just gonna Let's just answer this completely honestly here. Okay. I'm gonna give that neutral. Probably not. I really don't know. I'm able to deeply focus on the experience. Why are we answering these? Yeah, these are very spicy tests. Okay. I'm able to deeply focus on the experience when I'm having sex with the partner. I want to say disagree. Look at these. These are very let's see. Look, this is very, very spicy indeed. Let's see. I'm not even gonna read this one. Read this one. I'm gonna say, let's just put that neutral. I'm just gonna be super boring. I'm gonna put this one as neutral as well. See, I'm very aware of what I want when I'm, you know, doing the thing. Let's say, I want to say more towards disagree. Sex is an important part of my relationship life. I would say that is definitely more of an important thing. There you go. Put that there. I can tell or show my partner what I need. That's probably going to be disagree. That is a bit challenging. Let's see. I am responsive when my partner suggests we try something new here. Okay. Look, this is the most spiciest of questions here. Let's say. I would say someone agree with that one. I know. Let's say middle ground. That is definitely a no there. Not in public places. I have participated in threesomes. No, absolutely not. With the lights out. Let's put that at somewhat agree there. I have sexually explicit fantasies. Let's put that at agree. I like hearing about my partner's sexual. That's going to be disagree. Actually, well, no. Let's put that at neutral. I can be a fool in the moment. It's just making me laugh. It really is. This whole thing is just making me laugh here. It really is. Let's say more so disagree with that one. I would say agree with that one. I'm comfortable discussing. Let's put that at somewhat agree there. I'm able to fully like. That's disagree. Okay, this one. I'll put that as agree, and then let's see. I'm not even reading these. Okay, it's just like too embarrassing to actually read. It really is. My partner suggests doing something I'm not comfortable with. I would say agree. Okay, let's see what our amazing score is. Okay. Here it is. Here is the score that we ended up getting. Neither sexually low-key nor sexually expressive. And that's not an average, as you can see. That's like, the average is like much higher. Much higher. I'm kind of like close to like somewhat sexually low-key. Interesting stuff, right? Interesting stuff. Okay. That was that test. That was that amazing test. Was that enjoyable? Was that interesting to get to know those questions that I did not actually even read? I think so. I could not read those. That was a bit, I was not expecting it to be like that. I was not expecting it to be like that. That was something else. crazy. Absolutely crazy. Any other interesting tests? You know, there's this interesting game that I found. Actually, how many people are aware that YouTube had games? How many people are aware that YouTube has games? I was not even aware of this. We're not going to play any of those games today. Maybe another time we can give them a try. This is not my gaming channel though. Okay, this is not my gaming channel. But let me actually show you here. This is the YouTube playables. They have these games. It's like, oh, interesting. Okay. What is this crap? I don't know. I don't know. Got Love Archer, Dan the... What is that stuff? I don't know. I have no idea, but it's called... That's what it's called. YouTube playables. So yeah, if you wanted to play some games, you could do that. You could play some amazing games. We will try that maybe another time. Think that sounds interesting, right? Sounds interesting. But there is actually something that I found that's also really, really interesting here. Let me find it here. Okay. This is it's kind of a game. It is kind of a game. But how many people are aware of this site called, let me actually just delete all my data here. There we go. Just so, okay. It's called, well, there's actually a variety of different things. It's called Guess the Game, Guess the Audio, Guess the Book, Guess the Movie Name, Guess the Logo, Guess the House, Guess the Angle, and Guess the Phrase. So they give you like a snippet, an example of something, and you have to try to guess. Like if it's guess the game, that is what I heard about. So for guess game, basically what you would do is they show you like a screenshot of a game, and it's like, do you know what it is? Are you able to figure out what that game is? And then it's like, no, you can't. And then you go to the next question, and then they show you a little bit more. I am not familiar with, you know, all the latest games, but I did try something here that seemed interesting that we should give a try here. This is called, here it is. It's called Guess the House. Okay. Now here is what you actually do with this here. Let me actually crop this a little bit more here. There we go. Now I would like to know what your... Let me actually make this a little bit smaller as well. A little bit smaller. That's probably good. Okay, move that over there. So it's going to show us an image of the house, and we have to try to guess what it is. I'm curious to know how accurate you can be with it, or if it's going to be really, really bad. Okay. So how to play. So you basically just, it's going to show you a home. It's going to be 6 photos, and you have to try to guess within 5% of the actual price in order to actually win. Okay, so here is the first home here. Let's see, how much bigger can I actually make this here? Let's see. There we go. Here's the first home. Any guesses how much this could actually cost? Let's just say 500,000 would be my guess. Okay, and it'll tell you it is less. It is less than 500,000. Okay. All right, let's try $399,420. Okay, it's actually less. Wow. Where is this located? As you can see, it actually locates the house as well, which looks like it's in Wyoming. Well, Wyoming, Michigan. Okay. So it's less than $399. Okay, let's try $320,000. Let's see how accurate we can make with this. But it's actually more than that. Okay, $350,000 then. which was actually going to be my first guess. And I should have guessed that first. But as you can see, it's $360,000. Okay. Very, very good. Very, very good. Now, what we can do, yeah, you can actually see the listing here, but you can view previous days. Look at all this. Let's go back to like the very first one, day 1, and just give this a try here and actually say, so how much do you think this house would actually cost? How much would this house actually cost? This looks kind of like a fancy house. I'm gonna go with 500,000 again to start with. It is way more. 1.5 million. It's more. Okay, I see the pool now. I see the pool now. So look, here's number 1. Here's outside. Here's inside. That has a pool. I'm gonna say 1.7 million. It's more. 2 million. $2 million. Okay, it went for 1,984,560. 400,000 was not anywhere close. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. All right, let's try one more. Let's try one more now, shall we? Day 2. Okay. This is located. Where is this located? This looks like it's located in Rhode Island. Rhode Island. I don't know what the homes in Rhode Island go for. Let's say for this one, I'm going to begin with 500,000. 500,000 is what I begin with. It's more. 750,000. More than that, okay. I mean, if we look at that, does that look like 750,000 plus? 894,621. More. No, less. Okay. It was between 750,000 and 849,000. This one has like a nice marble floor, as you can see. It looks like a marble floor. 821,000 and $44. It's less. This is our last, 2 guesses remain here. This image really, it's built in 1978. This house really, it doesn't really help too much, but I like the floors. I like the absolute floors of this. I really do. So it's less than 821,000, but it's more than 500,000. I only have 2 guesses remaining. I'm going to say 729,452. It's less. Okay, this is our final guess. What should we go with for the final guess here? What should we go for the final guess? It's more than 500,000, but it's less than 729,000. You know what I'm thinking? $666,666. Oh my gosh. $660,000. Oh my gosh, I actually got that. That was so close. 680. You were pretty close as well. Was that with, if I did 680, I wonder if it would have been within that margin of error. Like, I think it gives you within 5%. It says within 5%. So is 680 within, I should see here. So 660,000. Yes. $680,000 would have been within the 5%. So 680,000 would have been correct too. But the fact that I said 666 and it was 660, absolutely insane. Wow. Wow. Anyway, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, so for the next thing here, the last thing that I wanted to do here, it's fun for me. I'm just curious first. Does anyone know any other languages? Whether it be English is your first language or second language, and you have another native language, or you're learning another language. That was fun. Yes. Okay. Yeah. We would do that again. We would do that again. Maybe we'll try some of the other ones as well. Like they have a guess the game and everything. So I'm curious. Does anyone know any other languages? Now here in the United States, you know, English is our native language, obviously. We also have, I think, Spanish being the second most spoken in the United States. Where I live, I really don't hear Spanish all that often. It's more Chinese is often what I hear more. So I'm just curious if anyone knows any other languages, and if so, how do you learn the other languages? No one? No one knows any other languages? Okay. Or how about a language you would want to actually learn? That's another interesting one. What's another language you may want to learn? You know what else I should also do? I should have done this earlier. We're going to give out our gift memberships now. So, surprise! As we talk about languages here, okay. Devour ego, okay. We got some people here. We got some people. Moo inside. Oh gosh, it even changes this to an at. It even changes that to an actual at. Lovely. I love that. I absolutely love that. Too skinny to be fat too. RTT, great to have you here. How are you doing today? You came in just the right time. Devoured Eagle, congratulations. I was asking if anyone knows any other languages. And if so, how have you learned them? And nobody seemed to have known any others. Because I would like to share something. There we go. I speak Chinese and Japanese. Well, there you go. Perfect. How did you learn those? How did you learn those? Congratulations to everyone who got a gift membership. You get early access to new videos months before they are released, and you can continue your membership afterwards. You can continue. Yes. Okay. Thank you. You moved there. There you go. There you go. Well, folks, I would like to share something very interesting as we learn here, because a lot of people, when they learn a different language, oh, they're going to use Duolingo. I don't know. I've never used that actually. I've never used Duolingo. I really haven't. No. So, does anyone have an idea as to what language I may be learning? I say my native language are Russian, Hebrew, and English. I tried to learn Japanese and German. Oh no, what happened with Japanese and German? Well, I will show you something momentarily here. The rats also have a language, Ratanese. That's right. Long ago you said you wanted to learn Japanese. Okay. Japanese, that is one guess. Had no time to continue. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, okay? And it really depends on it really depends on your, it does depend on your motivation, as well as what your native language is. So if you take English speakers, Chinese is the hardest language to learn if you're an English speaker. It's crazy. It's because a lot of the rules when it comes to the tone is you have to learn the various tones, and that makes it extremely hard, extremely challenging. And it's like, wow. I don't know how people do it. I would not even have a clue. Since I already like mumble speaking English, you know, it's like I say words wrong and all this other stuff, and it's like I have to like practice tones. It's like I think I would be incapable of doing that to a certain degree. That would be the absolute hardest. Plus all of the characters. Crazy. Who knows what the second hardest language would be? Anyone know? For an English speaker. The second one would be Arabic. The second hardest language. So, I don't know anything about Arabic. I don't. Sorry, I don't know. I like how it even has the freaking @ right there. It's like, why? Why do you do that for real? Okay. And then the last one would be Japanese. For English speakers would be the hardest. All for different reasons. I don't remember the reason why Arabic would be hard, but for Japanese, it's because of the different writing systems. You have a lot of the Chinese characters used in Japanese, as well as the grammar. So you have completely different grammar. So that tends to be why. Arabic is very similar to Hebrew, but looks very different. Oh, interesting, interesting. Thank you for the membership, my queen. There you go. Move aside. That is how we get you here. That's how we get you here. Well, folks, I will reveal what language I've been learning if you're not already familiar, and it has. I kind of have talked a little bit about it. A little bit. Kind of. Recently. Like, over like the past year. But, yes, it is Japanese, yes. Yes, you were right, RTT, yes, absolutely. So. So what can I say in Japanese here? So I can say, Minasan konnichiwa. Watashi no namae wa Otamu desu. 15 kagetsukan Nihongo o benkyou shite imasu. How long? How long? Have I been? 15 months. So that is what I said. I said, hello everyone, my name is Autumn. I've been studying Japanese for 15 months. So. But, yeah. How do I do it? How do I do it? Well, I would like to kind of go over that because it is very, very interesting. Because I guess, let's see here. Actually, we'll look at that in just a moment here. But for anyone who may know any Japanese, well, then you would understand everything that I said there here. So what I'm gonna show you here, I don't use any Duolingo or anything, but let's take a look at what I actually do use. I can screen share it, and we can learn some together, and see what we can do here. Do you want to learn how to speak Japanese or write and read? I can read it. I can read some of the stuff. It's just, you know. Anata no Nihongo wa subarashi. Okay. You gotta write it in Japanese. You can't be writing it like that, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna move myself aside so we can bring in the Japanese. And again, if you are on a mobile device where you can't see past this, then so sorry, I don't know how YouTube cuts it off. But yeah. if it's like the shorts version, but. Anyway, let's see here. Let me get this up here. Oops. Okay. Screen capture. We want to capture this. Now this is, mind you, this is not easy, but we will learn together. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun thing to actually do. Move myself aside. And this is what I use here. This is a Japanese app, okay? This is not Duolingo or whatever, all the other cool kids use and everything, you know? It's not what this is. There we go. Basically, it is like a dictionary. You have different things here. You can view all this sort of stuff. But I don't do it on my computer. It's showing it on my computer here. So there's nothing there. Let me actually show you my progress on my phone. So yes, you have the different things you can learn here. The different you know, sections. And the main one I focus on is this one here, the JLTP, which is the standardized test to evaluate language proficiency for non-native speakers. Okay, so I mostly just focus on them. And when you go into here, you have the entry level, which is this N5, and then you have the N4, and you have how many words are in them. So the entry level one is 715 words, and then you have 790 words. And then you have 2,800 words, so it increases a lot. Okay, and when you fill it out, this progress meter will fill. Here's how it is on my phone. There, oh, hang on, I better turn this off so we can actually... here it is. Okay. Studio. There we go. Okay. Here it is on my actual phone. Here's the progress. So I've learned all of the entry level words, and then I'm working on the N4 words there. Now, of course, mind you, you forget a lot of words in the process. Okay. You forget a lot of words in the process. So, despite the fact that I have been studying for, 15 months, Shoshinsha desu. Mosugu Nihongo no tensai desu. I said I am a beginner, but soon I will be a Japanese genius. Funny stuff, right? So I practice this multiple times a day, many hours a day. So let's just practice now. What we're going to do here, what I'm going to do, this is basically flashcards. And I'm just going to go into the study category here, and I'm going to go into just the suggested cards to start off with. But before we do that, I think it's important to talk about very briefly, because this isn't going to be like, oh, we're going to learn in depth all about Japanese. We're not. We're only going to learn a little bit, and we'll see how we are here. But Japanese is very complex because it has 3 different writing systems. Okay, that's what makes it so complex. And the first one here, we have kana. Japanese, let's see, so we have hiragana and katakana. Hiragana is primarily used for actual Japanese words. You may be wondering, like, isn't everything Japanese word? Well, hang on. Katakana are words that are imported usually from other languages. So, like, for example, my name, Autumn, that's different from the actual season, autumn. So the way you would write the word for season would be different than the way you would say autumn as the name. So if you say autumn as the name, you would write it as katakana because it's being imported. It's a name from a different language, and it's has that emphasis there of what that is. So you have to learn all these characters here. As you can see, there's a fair amount of characters, and then you have to learn different variations of those characters. whole bunch of different variations and everything. So this has them all, and you can just click study here and it will show you a flashcard. It's like, oh, do you remember? Do you remember? And if so, then you just, you know, etc. And you can do the same thing for katakana characters. Katakana characters are identical with all the different sounds, but they just look different. So as you can see, the characters, if we go side by side here, they look different, but the actual sounds, the letters that are below them, are identical. Maybe you can't see it. It is very small on my screen, but, you know. Okay, let's see here. They used to publish 3 books. Oh, books. Do you I don't have any books, actually. Do you handwrite the kanji on paper? Okay, so before we get into kanji, so that is the other thing. Okay, so that is just that. And then you have the kanji. Okay, this is what makes it hard. The kanji are the Chinese characters. And as you can see, there's so many. There's so many. Look at this. Here's what you would learn. You know, like this is the one for 1. This is the one for a 7. This is like down or below. This is 3. This is up. This is like a middle. This is 8, right? No, 9, right? 9. Yes, 9. This is 2. This is 5. This is person. This is resting. You know, so it's like you learn all those. I mean, look, there's like thousands. There's freaking thousands. Okay, not to mention some of them look extremely similar. Extremely similar. And it can be very, very confusing and frustrating. So, let's see. Flashcards usually aren't enough to truly embed the knowledge you need to practice in with other senses. Say the word, write them a million times, try to associate them with images. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, there's various things that I do. So it's not just flashcards here. It is flashcards, but we will see as we get into it. I listen to a lot of audio in the background, and I repeat that, and I learn a lot of words and phrases that way as well. But also with the flashcards, let's actually see what we have here. So let's just go through these now. Because these are like the entry-level words here, I probably will know a fair amount of them, but I may forget some of them. So let's actually practice and see, because I need a good refresher. Dang it, my hair's all tangled up. There we go. My hand was literally caught in my hair. Okay, so let's try some of these flashcards here now, shall we? Okay. I believe, is this... See, I don't quite remember. I think this one is kaeru, to return. Yes, okay, I am correct. So, what we have here, I actually wanted to change this here. Okay, actually, you know what? I will probably leave this here, because for people who may not know, I usually turn this off because I don't want to read this. This is confusing. I just read here. So, basically, what you have here, you have a kanji character, which is this first character. And then you have a Japanese character. And the way you would read the kanji is written above, just so that you know what it is, if you're not familiar, if you're learning. I turn the bottom thing off because that's just how you end up reading it. And yeah, you can click on it and you can get information there. And it also gives you an example sentence at the bottom here. So the example sentence, I cannot read the full thing, but it says, Kanojo wa kare ga sugu ni kaeru toi, and I don't really know the rest of that. So as I continue to read, it's gotten a lot better. Like initially it was like so slow to read, but now, you know, it's like, it's getting a little faster, it's getting a little better. So I was correct with the meaning of this word here. So what we're going to do, I'll probably just try to cover up the stuff there so we can see. Let's actually make this larger so everyone can actually see it better. Because this is so small. This is so small for everyone. There we go. This is as big as I can make it. I can't make it any actually, wait. There. There. And because I got it correct, I'm going to swipe it to the right. Okay. This one is eki. This is a station. And I'm going to try to cover up the example sentence. Okay. Actually, wait, the example sentence is there. That's not read it. That's not read it. Okay, station. Eki. Okay, I cannot read all of that. I forget one of the words in there, or two of them here, but we can try to figure it out. We can try to figure it out. So what you can do with the example sentence, if you click on the example sentence, and again, I kind of want to cover up some of this, so I don't actually see the full example sentence, so it doesn't get fully revealed. Okay, so with this, we may be able to read it here. So it says, Watashi wa eki de kare to ochi atta. Okay, so it would be I, in the station, him, but I don't remember what ochi or, I think it's, I met him at the station. It would be my guess based on this. But let's see what this word is here. What does this one mean? This one means to meet. Okay. So was I correct in saying I will meet him at the station? I joined him at the station. I met him at the station. Okay, so I got that correct. Okay. Even the example sentence. Lovely. That is amazing. So that is what many months ago, or like a year ago, I could not even read that. I could not understand that. That made no sense to me. You know? But the more you do it, the more you begin to actually understand it. Let's see, there's a book called Remembering the Kanji, which helps you learn kanji frames and ideas. Yeah, it's like the different elements of the kanji. Yeah, absolutely. So let me swipe this one here, and let me close out of that for a moment. So for example, like the one that I like, here's kind of one that I like here. Let me, Umi, okay? Umi. This one here is very interesting. The character for it is the character for every, like every, as you can see here, every, and then there's like a little, some dots next to it, like that indicates like water. So every water, like all water, like water everywhere. And what is that? That is the ocean. So if you remember some stuff like that, then it's like, okay. Then you actually begin to understand a bit more. Anyway, let's get back to some of our study practice here. Let's see what this one is. This one's very easy. This one's Genki. This is, usually you would say to someone when you want to ask them how they are, you would say Genki desu ka? So this is like your mood, how you're feeling, and that sort of stuff. Let's cover up the example sentence. A meaning. There you go. Genki. Lively, full of spirit, energetic, healthy, well fit. Okay. Let's say, so the example sentence, I can read all of it, but I don't I don't know. So it says, Goki gen ika ga desu ka? Okake semade genki desu. So it sounds like someone's asking something. I don't really know what these words mean, but let's say, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Okay. I'm not really familiar with some of the wording or the way that it is said there, but still interesting nonetheless. Okay, we got this one correct. We can move that aside. And as you can see, it's showing me one that I already did. It's like, do I remember this one? And I do remember this one. This is kaeru, which is to return. To return. As for the example sentence, so it says, Kare ga 7 ji ni kare na kereba, banara nakata toshitara doshite so. See, I read so slow when I don't know some of these words. Shinakata no ga. I have no idea, because a lot of this, I don't know what some of the word is, but apparently it means, let's say, if he was to return at 7 o'clock, why didn't he? Most of this is written not in kanji at all, so I don't know. But we got the word correct, that's all that matters. Eki, station. We show this one again. Okay. Kanojo wa watashi ni eki de. And I really don't know much of the rest of that. When I know the actual words, I can read it faster, but when I don't know them, I don't know. But apparently it means she asked me to meet her at the station. Okay, we got that one. Genki. So look, it's showing these again, and then it becomes, we begin to master them. We begin to master them. Genki, lively, energy, all that sort of stuff. And the example sentence. Let's say, Watashi oji-san wa genki de kisaku na hito desu. So, oji-san, that is father, I believe. Let's say, or grandfather. Okay, some of these words you can actually click on. Other ones, not so much. So, my grandfather is lively and good, humorous man. Okay, I'm not sure what. I guess it's this one's the one that is good there. Okay, there we go. We are learning. We are becoming Nihongo no Tensai as well. There we go. Okay, I believe this one is ao. This is to meet, a meeting, to meet. There it is. See, I know a fair amount of these already. Let's take a look at the example sentence. Okay. So it says, Kare wa haru baru pakisutan. Pakisutan. I don't know what that one is. Kara. Watashi ni ai ni kita. What is pakisuta? Let's say, let's open up the example sentence and not read the, I have not read it. I'm not cheating, okay? I'm not cheating, because I'm not actually reading the English. What is this one? Pakistan. Ah, Pakistan. Okay. Some of these, it can be very, very challenging if it's like an English word. Pakistan. Pakistan. Okay. See, it's like, Okay, so it looks like me from Pakistan, maybe met me from Pakistan or something. Let's say, he came to see me all the way from Pakistan. There we go. We get the general idea of the translation of it. Interesting. Okay, let's do a few more. Hotaru. This is hotel. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. You know what? I'm not going to cover up the example sentence for you. That's getting very, very annoying. So I'm just going to not look at it on my end. Okay? I just don't know. Actually, I do know that word. I've been learning that word, but I forget what it means. Anyway. Gaido ga watatachin o hoteru made annai shite kureta. Okay, so guide. Our guide for hotel, from the hotel. Something, okay, so it's like we have a guide of the hotel, or some sort of guidance that we need through the hotel or something along those lines. The guide led us to the hotel. Okay, there we go. There we go. Excellent. Let's do like 2 more. Do like 2 more. Tomodachi is his friend. Okay. Watashi wa tomodachi ni. I don't know that one. Yeah, I really do not know. I do not know. I forgot to send New Year's cards to my friend. Okay. So I would imagine then, is this New Year's? I can't click on that one. There it is. New Year's card. Okay. Nengajo. Okay. One more word I think will be good for us. Okay, this is owl. This is a meeting owl to meet here. Let's say so. The example sentence we have. Some of this I can read. Okay, so kare wa shigoto chū ni something atta. Okay, so let's try to decipher this. This is a job, like in the middle of a job, at work, in the middle of work. Okay, and then this one, I have no idea what this one is. Jiko, accident. Atta. Okay, so meet. In the middle of work, there was an accident that we met. He had an accident at work. So I don't know what the purpose of having meet, I guess, to encounter. We encountered an accident in the middle of work. Oh. This is very interesting to actually, normally when I do it myself, I don't always read the example sentence a lot of time, but here I am. Okay, this one I don't remember at all. This is a good one to end it on. I don't remember this one. Ginko, bank. Okay. Okay, so this is eki mae ni wa ginko ga aru. So there is a bank behind the station. There's a, oh, in front. Okay, in front of the station. Okay. All right. So there we go. That's good. No, I meant to do that the other way. It's fine. I didn't know that one. I can just forget it. But anyway, that's basically what I do that. So I do that. Maybe about 3 hours, 4 hours. Not that long. Like maybe total practice may be that long in 3 hours, maybe 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, maybe. So soon I will be able to learn so much more in time. So there we go. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in. I think I'm going to be heading off here now. This has been very, very long. I don't think the subsequent streams will be this long. But I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in. We had an emotional first half, and then we had a very interesting second half, to say the least. Very, very fun, right? Bye, boys and ladies. Bye, guys. That's right. So I will catch you all later. I may be live again next Saturday around this time, so be on the lookout. I will schedule it that day. We'll see. Okay, so thank you all so very much. We will do some other sayonara. Yes, you don't say that though. You don't say sayonara. You would say matane, because sayonara means you'll never see me again, or it'll be a long time. So matane. That is what you would say. That would be the more correct here, which would be, let's actually write it out. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Which means goodbye. See. Just disappeared. Goodbye. See you later. Matane. Okay. So, discard that. Yeah, matane. Yes. Anyway, take care and I'll catch you all later. So bye bye now. Matane. Yes.